midterm exam. Okay? And that will be face-to-face man ta. By next week, wa man tay klase kasi nahog manggod siya na holiday ang ating time, ano, kay Tuesday. So, meaning to say, next Tuesday, November 8. November 8, face-to-face ta class ha, everybody. Anyway, schedule pa man tingali kayo ng face-to-face during that time. Kasi ang next week na engineering ay 2 days lang namang class ang hindi holidays, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, maka-extend pa naman tayo. So, ha? You I hope also that all of you will be here by that week kay lahat kay engineering naman good na siya. Okay? You can also ask your yung advisor kung allowed ba kayo sa sa 8 sa after next week. Okay? So just for confirmation. But anyway, we will be having our midterm, huh? Okay. So let me present to you the lesson. By the way, will you please open first all your cameras for the documentation? And also, I just want to see all of you. Mr. Awayan, Mr. Miss Borja, Miss Cadalo. Okay, open lang ng mga camera. Beltran, Mark Vincent, Okay, class, can you see now the lesson? Hello, class. Can you hear me,
Yes,
class?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, I know that this topic was already taken up in your mechanics. Am I correct? Human sa inyo mechanics, ano, or na ano may lesson ani sa mechanics. Correct? Di ba, class? Na ano may nanay sa inyo mechanics? Ah, na ba kayo subject na mechanics? Supposedly naan. Am I right?
The eye mechanics, ma'am.
Na ano? Okay. So anyway, there is no problem because we're going to start from zero naman good. So it is all about cables and arches. Okay. So we all know, class, that when we say cables, ano ba yung mga cable structures? So basically, these are tension structures, under classification of structures, cables belong to tension members or tension structures, meaning to say the forces acting on this type of structures are in tension. So take note, class, that in this cables, sa mga cables, class, ang moment is negligible. Now, throughout the structure, bending moment is negligible. So, if you want to get the internal forces, which is supposedly the internal reactions, let's say horizontal and vertical forces, so wala tayong movement. Pwede tayong mag free body diagram at any point on the cable. But usually, we are getting those internal forces from specified points, notedly sa mga points wherein the loaded are being placed. Okay? So take note, class, that when we say, let's say, let us start with cables. When we say cable structures, we are going to categorize the problems, okay? Because maybe you are using your, let's say, references, or let's say reviewer, if you are already reviewing, since you are already in fourth year, supposedly, nag-start na kayo mag-review, di ba? So you can observe that there are so many problems on cables. But then, to make it easier for you to have an analysis, try to categorize the problems. Ano? Dapat you should know how to identify where the problem belongs. Ano? Kung naaba siya sa... Okay, there are three categories. First is we have the cables that is subjected to concentrated loads. So when we say cables are subjected to concentrated loads, obviously, ang nakikita natin ay straight line segments, no? Ano siya? Once the cable is being loaded, with concentrated loads, mabanat good na siya, di ba? So therefore, what we can see are straight line segments, di ba? Mga straight lines, ayan, nagiging straight line eh. No? Hindi natin nakita yung pagka-curve ni cable. And then, there is also another category of cables. Those are cables that is subjected to a uniformly distributed load, like this one. But then, the load is along the horizontal, no? No, that is, the load is along the horizontal. Let's say, ano, no? Along the horizontal. Yan. And there is another category that is cable subjected to uniformly distributed load along its length, no? Along its length naman gud siya. Lahisi, horizontal, lahisi, length, no? Pag sinabi natin along its length, may nabo, ang ating load, ano siya? No, ayan. Kasi, yan, okay, ano siya, okay? Pag along the horizontal, kasigaran kini, this is let's say this is a cable. So, for example, let's say this is a cable. So, na tayo mga hangers na mga class ang mga cables na mga si hangers. So, let's say na tayo ay load that is along the horizontal. Okay? Along the horizontal loads. Okay? Oh, so, basically, class, ang ina-analyze sa cables class ay tensions, di ba? Di ba, according to us, a while ago I have mentioned that this is a tension structures. So therefore, pag tension structure, let's say this is a cable, no? Saan ba tayo nakakakita ng cable? So obviously, cable na kayo, ani, that these are usually can be observed sa mga bridges, mga suspension bridge. Okay? There are many bridges na supported by arches and cables or cables. Okay? Tulad ng San Juanico Bridge, di ba? Pag titingnan nyo sa, kay fourth year na kayo, naka-expose na kayo sa different types of structures, and along among those structures, I know that na-expose na kayo kay San Juanico Bridge. Okay? So, si San Juanico Bridge is connecting the latest Samar provinces, di ba? And that is a very long bridge. Noon, nakatrabaho naman ko ana sometime in 1989, sometime in 88, 89 anang Samar at saka sa Tacloban. So, in San Juanico Bridge, lagi namin inaagianan. Okay, so kana is being suspended, no? A suspension bridge. So pag sinabing suspension bridge, makikita natin, no, na tayo ay cable. Ano nang makikita nyo, no? Ano siya. Okay, so it's being supported by cable, ang ating bridge. Nakikita natin ngayon na ang nagsusupport sa ating cable, sa ating bridge. So, ang ating cable is being supported by pin. Pin ang supports. No? So, obviously, when we say pin class, there are two reactions. So, kung naamatay two reactions, ibig sabihin, we have the horizontal and the vertical reaction. Okay? Mao naman ang mga pin, no? Duha ka reaction sa kanong, the horizontal and the vertical. And it is intention. So, ang ating resultant force, obviously, intention. So, kana ang ating cable that is being subjected to tension forces. No? Yan ang mga tensile forces. Ano pa ba yung mga cable structures? Cable. So, let's say, mag-start tayo, no? Let's say, due to concentrated loads. Let's say na concentrated loads ani, concentrated loads dire. So, paghila ani, pag-apply ng load dire, mas straight line naman siya, no? Magiging straight siya. Yan. Naiinat siya. So, yan ang nagiging forma ng inyong cable. Parang series of line segments lang siya. Okay. Yan siya. So, in order for us to analyze, let's say, let us name this support. Let's say this is point A and this is point B. So, therefore, at support A, naatay tension. This is the tension at A, and as well as at point B, this is the tension at B. So obviously, class, since this is a resultant force of our horizontal and vertical forces, so therefore, na tayo ay component ng tension B. Let's say this is Bx and this is By. Similarly, here we have Ay and this is Ax. Class, can you follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So, in order for us to analyze these tensions, kasagaran yan magudang itatanong, what are the tensions of the support? Yung
yung kakayahan na, no? Kasi diyan tayo magbabase ng ating design, yung kaya ng inyong cable, no? So, big sabihin, there are four unknowns kasi kung titingnan nyo here, ang tension A at tension B natin, we can determine this by Pythagorean theorem, no? Sa ating basic math. We have the ax squared plus ay squared. Diba? Similarly, ang ating tension sa B, we can determine it by Pythagorean theorem of bx squared and of bx and by. So, ibig sabihin, we cannot determine these tensions as long as we know these values of the components ax. So, what we need to know is to determine these values kanang ax, bx, kanang ay, and by. So, we can get this by using the equilibrium equations. Ano equilibrium equations? Summation of moment is equal to zero. Summation of forces horizontal is equal to zero. Summation of forces vertical is equal to zero. Yun ang gagamitin natin, class. And another is, since we all know that this is somewhat kung titingnan nyo, indeterminate na but not because kinaipin zero ano man good class, negligible man good ang ating ano dito, ang ating movement throughout this cable. So, pwede tayo mag free body diagram, let's say at any point here. Let's say at this point, specified point natin class yung application ng load. So therefore, pwede natin siyang free body diagram. And from that, we can solve this unknown forces. And another, as well as the length of the cable. Yan din ang isa sa mga unknown. Sa akin na alagin. Okay, class. As well as the length of the cable. So, in order for us to determine the length of this cable, we are just going to add the length of each line segment. So, let's say this is C, this is D, and this is E. So, kuhain lang natin ang length AC, length CD, length DE, and EB. And how to determine this? The same class, Pythagorean theorem din lang. Of course, we should know this distance as well as this. Upon knowing these distances, so we can get this length AC using Pythagorean theorem. Mauna magud class kay series of line segments man ay ana. Pwede niyo kuhain ang total length by Pythagorean theorem. Let's say AC plus CD plus DE plus EB. So that is the length of cable AB. Okay. So let us have an example so that I can show you how to analyze a cable structure. So hindi ko na aanuhin ang ating example sa learning materials. I will just add more examples para yung sa learning materials, it can be an additional to your part. Okay. So let's say I'm going to give you a problem. The problem is this, like this one. Kasi class, kung makakakita kayo na inunan na symbol, hindi siya laging fixed support, di ba? We all know that this symbol is fixed support. Pero it can also be a symbol for pin as long as ibubutang nyo lang na siya ay pin. Okay, meron kang kasabot na siya ay pin. But obviously, kung siya ay nasa cable, pin ko siya. Say pin. Tang natin ang point. Yan ang pin diya. Okay? Kini surface na kana kanya surface. So let's say this is a concentrated load tayo. Let's say narin tayo din ay another concentrated load. Let's say magputang pa tayo din ng another concentrated load. And then let's say kay hindi naman lagi siya ay Okay, yan. Hindi naman lagi siyang symmetrical class, di ba? So, let us just have problems in a way na yung scenario ay non-symmetrical. So, let's say, let us give the dimensions. Obviously, there must be given. And if there are unknown, that will be part of the problem to be solved. So, let's say these loads are, let's say this is 20 kn. Let's say this is 40 kn. And let's say this is 30 kn. Now, pagpalagay na yan ang ating mga loads. Now, we need to have also the distances. So, let's say, sabay span. No? Pag sinabi natin span, that is the length between supports. Diba? So, okay. Let's say this is given. Ano? Of course, let us know the distances given sa mga sa mga loads. Let's say we have 12 meters. 12 meters. Let's say this is 12 meters also. Hindi lang si ano. Let's say this is 10 meters. And this is 6 meters. Now let us get the elevation between the supports. So let's say this point, let's say this is point A and this is point B. So saying that we have a 15 meters, no? Point B is 15 meters lower than point A. Okay. Another is, let's say, let us name this point. Let's say this is point C, point D, point E. Okay. So, from the horizontal, let's say this is, we do not know this distances. So, ito natin unknown. So, let's say 8 sub C. Then, let's say this is 20 meters. Ayan na. And let's say this is still unknown, 8 sub E. Okay? So, can you imagine class the figure, yung cable natin? Hello class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you Dan. How about you, Rose, Juriel Rose? Juriel, are you out there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So, let's say we are going to determine. Sabi ko sa inyo, ano ba ang dinedetermine dyan? Ha? Atin munang ikap kining ating figure para hindi tayo balik-balik pag-draw. Ayan na, kay akin lang siya.
So therefore,
I want to know the close. Maybe I can like.
again, we have one box here at the point A, and therefore, they
Basta lang makita lang natin si video. Okay, class. So, let me proceed. Ang problem natin is, let us determine the tensions. Tensions and find. So, ito natin si unknown. Find, let's say, tensions at point A, tension at point B, and of course, let us get the value of H sub C, the value of H sub E. We can also have the length of the cable. No? Sa problem na yan, marami tayong magiging question. The length of the cable. Okay. So, yan. So, in order for us to get this tension, mag-start tayo sa tension. No, tension A, tension B, tension C. Plus, we are going to have the free, atin muna ibutang sina unknowns, ano? Ibutang natin si unknowns. So, let's say we have here.
Then next is sub-squat. Probably 2 0. Okay. 2 0. Since we would like to make use of the real yung first derivative, using 2 0.
Wait lang ha.
How about the second derivative? So the second derivative is 4 and the returns is 0.
Okay, so let us have the free body diagram.
And it is the same
Balik na po tuloy ako.
solution
Okay, ano na lang, no? So, ano siya, no? Let us get first the unknowns, ano, no? So, let's say this is our T sub A at T sub B. Ano ang ating BX. This is your BY. And here we have here your AY. At tayo ay AX. Na tayo diri ay, kini ang ating T sub A. Yan ang ating mga unknowns, ano? Kini mga reaction components na yan. Okay? So, for us to make it easier, ating kuhain muna si vertical forces. Kuha ba si vertical forces? Yes. By having summation of moment. No, let's say, let us get the summation of moment at point B. No, hanapin nga natin. So, summation of moment at point B is equal to 0. So, sa ba meron tayo sa point B? Laging na kinala ng inyong figure, laging nasa, laging ninyong kasama. Okay. Isip kayo pagka wala sa figure. So, yan ha. So, alam natin that when we say point A, point B, atin na po. Kaya nga, class, imposible makasolve pagka walang figure eh. Yan, hindi ko masyadong mabilib sa walang figure. Kaya pag walang figure, di na ako nag-check class, kaya obviously, that is copied. Kinopya lang yan, no? So, let's say this is point B, and let's say this is point A. So, obviously, we have here the AY, atay diri I, AX, then this is point B. So, wala na, ang ating mga reaction components natin, di may masisiro man siya. Kaya di naman tayo nagmo-moments. So, sa ating mga forces, we have 20, 40, and 30, ano? 20, natay dito ay 40, natay 30, then natay mga distances na. This is 12, this is also 12, this is 10, and this is 6. Imagine, so importante kayo ning mga dimensions na rin in our analysis. So, hindi pwedeng hindi yan masasama sa inyong solution. Kaya nga, solutions without figure is questionable. Okay. So, let's say we have here summation of forces, a summation of moment at point B is equal to 0. So, ano yung ating assumed direction? So, therefore, we have AY, say distance ng AY, we have 12, 34, 34 plus 6, so 40, ano? So, we have 40. Okay, yan. Then, minus, okay, downward man eh. So, minus 20, what is the distance from B? 16 plus 12, 16 plus 12 is 28. Okay. Minus 40, o say distance ng 40. So, we have 16. Okay. Minus 30, say distance ng 36. Napa ba? Napa. Si AX, di ba? What is AX? Minus or plus? Nabiya tayo sa point B, and point B is lower than A. So that this is minus, ano? Minus AX sa distance. So, iputang natin dito. Ang distance diri ay 15 meters. So this is times 15. So naa pa ba? No more, di ba? Is equal to 0. Okay, so by computation class, we can have the value of AY and AX. No, hindi, we do not, we cannot determine at once the values of AY because AX is still unknown. So therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng ilang unknowns, upat, di ba? AX, AY, BX, BY. So we will be having at least 4 equations. Pwede natin gamitin ang 3 equations, but magkakaroon tayo ng substitution, di ba? So therefore, by analyzing this further, so we have, sani, 40 AY. 40 AY, sana 20 minus 28, 640, 20 minus 28, plus 640 class, minus, magtabang kayo ha, minus 40 times 16, 180. Okay, 20 minus 28 at 30 times 6, 180, 40 times 16, 640, and we have isa pa 20 times 28, ano tayo, 560 din eh, minus 560. Atin lang ang class, no? Okay, then AY minus 15AX is equal to 0. So, pwede na natin ano natin, no? 40 AY minus 15AX. What is 60? 640 plus 180 plus 560 plus 276. No. I'm sorry. What is 640 plus 180 plus 560? Is equal to, atin dalhin din eh. Okay? So,
1318.
mag-add tayo. Calculator. Class, you have to use your calculator, ha? Okay, so we have 640 plus 180 plus 560 is equal to 1380, no? We have 1380. So not tayo 40, 15, and divisible ba ni? Divisible siya by 5. So why natin? Divided by 5. Okay, so therefore 40 divided by 5 is 8. So we have 8 AY. 15 over 5 is 3 AX. 1380 divided by 5, we have 276. Okay. So therefore, let us call it as equation number 1. And so, another, let us proceed. Ano pa tayo? Let us say summation of forces vertical is equal to 0. Kasi may A. Let's say summation of forces vertical is equal to 0 as yung direction upward. Okay? So therefore, we have an AY minus 20 plus 40 plus 30. Okay? Plus BY is equal to 0, di ba? So, we have here, so 60, 90, no? So, we have AY plus BY minus 90 is equal to 0. So, therefore, Parehas natin dire sa nasa right side ang constant. So we have AY plus BY is equal to 90. So let's say this is equation number 2. So purely algebra na ni class, ano? So obviously, we have here equation 1 in terms of AY, equation 2 in terms of AY and BY. So di pa pwedeng pagsamahin, ano? Kasi magkaiba pa sila ng variables. So let's say, asa tayo? Let's say mag-moment tayo, no? Magkuha tayo sa D para makakreate tayo ng another equation wherein karoon tayo ng parallel na kasi we still have AY, AX, AY, BY man eh. So, what is the distance here? Na tayo din ay unknown. But we have here 20, ano? 20 na eh. Pwede tayong magamit ani class kasi kompleto siya ng data. Pagka tayo nag-moment, we can still get the value, the moment arm, not tayo moment arm sa kanyang unknown. So, let us get this, the free body diagram at this point. Okay, ano tayo, no? Kasi, kuhain natin ang free body diagram. Pagpili nyo ng free body diagram, pick upin nyo yung kayo may magagawa. Okay, let's say, diba, this is point C and this is point D. So, gikan ani, let's say, ani ka, nagkat tayo hanggang dire. So, therefore, sa bani, A, this is C, D, kana siya, no? Kaya kini, unknown ani. Na tayo dire, no? So, sabihin, ano pa siya, no? Ano siya, diba? Ana, kaya kung nagkat tayo sa anong nagod na siya, anong nagod siya, diba? But then, gikan diri class, sige naman good ni nag. Gikan diri class, ano siya, no? This is 20. This is unknown. Kaya hindi ako kaya class, di ko nag-start ani kasi this is still unknown. Patay may mo kung diri ta. So, here, we have here, this is AY. This is your AX, no? Na nabaya tayo equation theory ng AY and AX. So, din tayo kukuha ulit in terms of AX and AY. Diba? Na tayo diri ay pila ni? 20. Na tayo diri ay 40. We have here pila ani? 12 meters. This is also 12 meters. Yan. So, how are we going to start class? Asa tayo mag-moment? Let's say this is segment. No, this is segment AD. Let's say this is segment AD, di ba? Yan. If this is segment AD, this is point D, kung magmo-moment tayo diri class, ano ning duha na di ba? Oh, dadagan ang ating variables. Pero kung di tayo magmo-moment, makukuha natin si AX and AY. No, makaka-equation tayo. Nakaka-follow kayo? Can you follow? Class, you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sige ha. Dahil tayo.
Using the figure above, especially using the figure above, find the expressions to the subject normals where as
Okay, so ganito class. Actually, meron sana akong gusto. Okay, class. Let's say summation of moment at point D is equal to 0. Hindi, class, ha? No, yan. Summation of moment at point D is equal to 0. Yes. Class ha? So what is summation of moment at point B? Ano lang class tayo ha, FBD? No, so therefore we have minus AX. Pero naatay distance. Yun ang aking point. Kaya nagpili ko ng point B instead sa point C because there's a given a lever arm here. Gikan sa AC. Plus AY. Okay, what is the distance of AY from point D? Mr. Christian? Christian, anong
Yes,
distance?
ma'am.
Ah,
Ito,
distance
ma'am.
of AY sa point D. Christian?
Distance sa unsa, ma'am?
AY, distance of AY to point D. From AY to point D.
24, ma'am.
Okay, good. Okay, 24, di ba? Minus 20. Okay, Mr. Dumaap. What is the distance of 20 sa D?
Ma'am?
Okay, we have 12. How about Miss Doldolia? Is there still unknown or a term to be considered, Miss Doldolia?
Wala na, ma'am.
Wala na. Okay, very good. So, is equal to 0. Wala na kasi kini ay 0 by ano dire. So, therefore, we have another equation na create tayo, no? We have 24AY, okay, minus 20AX, yan. 20 times 10 to 40, no? Minus 240, or let's say is equal to 240. Okay. So these are all divisible by 24 or by 20. So divisibility ng ating 20AX ay y to 40. So by 4, ano? 24 divided by 4 is 6 AY. Algebra naman ni class, ano? Minus 5AX is equal to 24 divided by 4 is equal to 60. Yan. So let's say this is equation number 3. You can observe na kining equation 1 and equation 3, pwede na sila nating makombine. No? Pwede na siya makombine such that we can have from equations 1 and 3, makakakuha na tayo ng values. By algebra, we have AX is equal to and AY is equal to. May values na tayo dyan. Diba? So, we will no longer consume lots of time in our simplifications as long as you know already how to solve this by getting the equation. Kasi sa inyo gamit calculator, pwede nyo nang basta as long as naana sa equation, you can already solve the values of the unknowns, di ba? Do you know how to use your calculator? By solving the unknowns from the equations. Let's say 3 equations, 3 unknowns. 2 equations, 2 unknowns. Nakaano na kayo ng calculator nyo, nakatuon na mo sa mga sa mga modes na inyong calculate. Let me hear from you. Fourth year na baya kayo class, na-expect ko sa inyo. So you can already use your calculator in getting the values of the unknowns by just encoding the equations. Do you know how to do it, class? I just want to know how far you have exposed already with your calculator. Okay, bawa na ba kayo, class? Just tell me honestly, honest lang. Okay, class, do you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, kamao na kayo paggamit sa calcu?
Gamay, ma'am.
Algebra. So take note, class, that during your algebra, Sa algebra pa lang, gitudluan na tayo. Aside from manual simplification, we are also being exposed to the use of your calculator. Pagpapalagay kayo. Kasi pag take ninyo ng board, paspasan ba yung oras? Hindi yung puto sa gusto ninyong oras. Kasi naabaya tayo time pressure during the board. So meaning to say, you should know also how to use your calculator, ha? So instead of too much exposure with your cell phones, baka ang ginagamit nyo lang sa pag-calculate ay in your cell phones. So make sure that you are already familiar with the use of your calculator. Napakaraming features ay yung calculator that you can use during the board exam. Okay? So therefore, from those equations, we can get the value of AX and AY. AX is 53.45. Hindi ko na papakita ang solution. KN. And here, your AY is equal to 54.54. Ano ating mga answers? Supposedly, kung tama lang ating calculations. And then, how to get the values of, so since we know already the values of AX and AY, di ba, naano tayo dire a equation? AY, okay? Naano tayo calculation having AY, so we can substitute the value of AY in equation number 2, no? So from equation 2, so we have, kung sa meron tayo sa equation 2, we have BY. Ano bang AY plus BY is equal to 90. Kanang ating equation 2. So, with the value of AY, so therefore we have, now BY now is equal to 90 minus AY. So, ang AY natin is 54.54. So, therefore, there is already the value of BY. So, same value ng BY, we have 35.45. Actually, class, I am not expecting the same solutions, but then I am expecting the same answers. Pwede magkakalay-lay ang ating solution because it ups to you. It depends upon you on what equations of equilibrium you're going to use. Pwede ba kayong magkuha ng summation of moment at point A? Diba? Or pwede kayong in determining the value of BY, pwede nyo i-consider kining side na no, sa bani. This is point B at natay D ani. Natay D, di ba? So take note, this is our BY and this is our BX. And take note, HD, since this is known, pwede natin gamitin But then, no. Mali ang aking free body. Dali Kinari pa man siya. Then magbaba pa tayo, Okay. This is B. This is B. Napa tayo E ani. Pero dire na tayo ay D. Diba? Mao D. Yan. So, pwede natin gamitin Pwede natin din gamitin. Such that, diba, ka naman din alam natin na siya ay 20 ang distance. Pero, yes. Pero at point B, we do not know yet the distance. Diba? Hindi natin pa alam. Makukuha natin because we have 20 minus 15. So, obviously, we have 5. Diba? Sa distance ng ating point D, so tanawan nyo Balikan nyo ani dere. Kini manggod klase point D, kini manggod si point. Si point E pala, libaba. Ani siya? Point D, point E. But the take note class, diba, gikan dere sa ibabaw. This is hanggang dire ay 15. Then hanggang dire baya class, point D no? Hanggang dire ay 20 baya So, ibig sabihin, if this is 20, this is 5. 5 good siya. 5 good siya. So, 5 good siya. So, yun ang pag-analyze natin such that this distance of D to E, may 5 ka, ani. Dire. So, makakakuha ka dire ng moment at point D para makakuha ka ng BY dx. No? So, anyway, since we have, that is one possible way of getting the value of, to have an equation in terms of dy and dx. Another is summation of forces horizontal is equal to 0. Pwede natin gamitin yan to have your dx. So we have minus ax plus bx is equal to 0, di ba? Yun lang naman ang horizontal forces natin such that our ax is equal to bx. No? So, what is our ax? What is our bx? No? Wala pa tayong idea. But take note, class, that from equation 3, knowing the value of ay, makuha ba yan natin ang ax? No? So, let's say we have, kita ko lang din or ha, pakakala nyo, report na aking solution. Hindi ko na siya nasisilod. Pero pwede nyo magamit ni. Okay? So, let's say, equation 3. Okay? From equation 3, so we have 6ay minus 5ax is equal to 60. So knowing the value of ay, no? So let's say this is equation, equation 4. No? Kaya na tayo equation 1, 2, 3. And let's say this is equation 5. Na, class, ha? So, ang ating equation 3, this is equation 3. Sorry. This is already established. Established na natin yan. Okay? Hindi na natin putanan. Kini na lang mag-uda siya. So, therefore, we have here ang ating AY, ang ating AY, 54.54. Putang natin. That is 54.54. So, therefore, we have AX. AX now is equal to 60. No, siya natin i-positive. AX is equal to, gawin natin dire, minus 60 plus 6 times 54.54, no, divided by 5. Okay? Divided by. Ayos natin. Divided by 5, yan ang ating equal sign. So, ating transfer si AX ani doon. Hindi tayo mawa. So, this is our AX, ano? So, our AX now is equal to 6. Banalin natin. Picas. So, therefore, we have 6AY. Ang AY natin is 54.54 minus 60. Then, divided by 5. So, therefore, we have already the value of AX. So, yung value ng AX natin, so by computation, dapat meron tayong value ng AX which is equal to 53. 53.45. Nakuha na ba natin kanina ni? 53.45. Nakuha na ba ni kanina?
Yes, ma'am.
Nakuha. Ay, sus, na ano naman pala ni. So, therefore, if it is already here, pwede na pala natin gamitin na ni. Kini-equation na niya, no? AX plus BX equals 0. So, yung equation 4 na. Okay. So, anyway, nakuha na pala natin kanina. So, therefore, BX is also equal to 53.45. Ana siya. Okay. So, from that class, we can have the value of AA. Hindi na natin susuwat ang formula. Ang formula, kasi alam naman natin na siya ay just Pythagorean theorem. So, we have your T sub A and we have T sub B. Okay. So, after that, ang T sub A natin, the computation is 76.36 kN. And ang ating pere is 64.14 kN. Alas siya class. So, ang kanyang direction, ano siya? Ang kanyang direction, ano siya? Kaya, so, what else are unknown? Ang ating sag, ano? For, let's say, 8 sub B, 8 sub C, and 8 sub E. Yan pang ating mga unknown. Okay. How to get your 8 sub C? Balikan nyo si figure. Paano kayo mag-analyze? Kini si 8 sub C, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, class, kung kukuha kayo, so, how are you going to solve for 8 sub C? Kuhain nyo yung segment na ni. Kasi naandyan si 8 sub C. Then, mag-moment kayo dire. Mag-moment kayo dire such a way na kinibaya class ay at this is your 8 sub C baya. No? Kanang ating 8 sub C. So, let's say, dalhin natin dire. To solve for 8 sub C, so, segment AC, ano? Segment AC. Na, okay. Ano ba yung segment AC? This is point A and this is point C. So, we all know, nagikan dire unknown siya. At ako na lang doon. Sige ka. Ay, nakakalimutan. Okay. So, class, kining si 8 sub C, di ba anong siya? This is 8 sub C, no? Kanang distance from point A to point C. And we know that this is 12. So, we have here reactions. Alam na natin si AY. Alam na natin si AX. So, therefore, kung kukuha tayo ng moment ani, makukuha natin si 8 sub C. How? So, let's say, summation of moment at point C is equal to 0. No? So, we have AX, di ba? No, negative AX. Usay distance, 8 sub C plus AY. Usay distance, 12 is equal to 0. Di ba? So, you know your AX, you know your AY. So, therefore, ano kayo value ng 8 sub C? Nakasabot, class? Ha?
Yes, ma'am.
Sabot, class? I hope that you will do it without any copying from the book or from your classmates, ano? Just from your analysis. How about segment HE? Ano yun? Ano na yan? Ano naman kayo sa segment na na involved si H sub E, di ba? This is E. And this is B, na siya sa B. Let's say this is B. So, ano ba yan siya, class? Ini si H ninyo, HE, no? So, this is point E. So, say distance only 6 meters. This is HE. And you know your BY. You know your BX. Alam na natin si BY. We know also your BX. So, therefore, sa equation A, summation of moment at point E is equal to 0. So, therefore, we have ano is positive na. So, we have BX times H sub A. So, naano sa H sub A? Minus BY. No? Minus BY times 6 is equal to 0. So, you know your BX, you know your BY. So, therefore, we can have the value of H sub A. Which is, if you're going to solve, H sub B is equal to 18.48. 18.48 with siya, class. So, solve ninyo. And here, ang 8 ng H sub C is 12.25. Okay. So, that is how you're going to analyze. Kasabot?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Jane Carl. Miss Jane, are you up there? Jane Caril? Caril ba? Wala si Jane. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Absent. So, kasabot ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So, therefore, ang sa ating ano? The length of the cable. So, how are we going to determine the length of the cable? Okay. Length of the cable, kayo na lang ang mag-solve. Ani ha? Since you know your, alam na natin si H sub E, di ba? Say H sub C, alam na natin. So therefore, we can determine the value of AC by Pythagorean theorem. H sub C squared plus 12 squared square root. Diba? Plus, kini, we can determine as kining CD. Alam na natin because kung hanggang diri ay 20 minus H sub C, so mao ang magiging distance natin diri, no? So that is by further analysis. If this is 20 minus H sub C, so na tayo diri ay Y sub 1, yun ang ating magiging basis. Y sub 1 squared plus 12 squared equals CD. And similarly, by getting the value of DE and EB. So that will be the length of the cable. So hindi ko na isusulat ang solution. Ha? Length of the cable now is AC plus CD plus DE plus EB, no? Is equal to length of the cable AB. Okay? So, kini puro na yung Pythagorean theorem. Okay? So, let us go to the next type, no? Next type. That is the cable that is subjected to uniformly distributed load. So if the cable is subjected to uniformly distributed load, let's say this is along the horizontal, okay? So that ating i-generalize lang, hindi natin siya hindi na natin siya i-diretso na symmetrical, ano? So let's say this is support A, and let's say this is B. So obviously, we need to have the lowest point. Let's say this is the lowest point. If this is the lowest point class, lowest point ng curve, we all know ang slope niyan ay 0. No? Ayan ang kung saan nandiyan si maximum sag. Ang lowest point niya, ang kanyang slope ay 0. So therefore, let's say how to get the length na tayo din ay, let's say for segment AC, na tayo ay S sub 1. Kini si S sub 1. Yun ang length niya. For segment CB, na tayo ay S sub 2. So let's say this is S sub 2. Okay. So that ang ating total S, yun ang total length ng cable is S sub 1 plus S sub 2. So, how to get this S sub 1 and S sub 2? So, naa tayo plus I, approximate analysis, at naa tayo ay exact analysis. Yan, exact analysis, no? So, sa inyong learning material, naa tayo ay formula, ha? Naa tayo ay formula. Let me see. So, kini, no? Formula for the, yan, plus, kini ha, to determine the length of the cable due to uniformly distributed loads along horizontal direction. So, ani ang ating S. That is already total S na kanyang i-present. But then, you can have it by parts. S1, S2. Kasi kining class okay siya kung uniformly, kung this is, ano siya, kung siya ay, okay. Let's say the same malas ang support natin, let's say ani, okay yung class kasi ang lowest point na dali lang sa tunga S1 and S2 equal, so pwede na siya class, pag siya ay symmetrical, ang ating S1 MS2 para siya. Pero gigawa ko na hindi muna symmetrical para meron kayong idea if not tayo S1, S2. Okay. So, from that, sa inyong exact analysis, ang sa inyong exact analysis, na tayo ay term na M. M is equal to, sa M natin dire, this is D over 2L. D over 2L, no? So, anak class, no? That is D over 2L. Now, unsa man si D? Unsa man ang D natin? Okay. Ang ating D class dire is this one. Kining distance from the support to the lowest point. Ano siya? Ano class? Yan ang ating i-consider na D. This time, kay unsymmetrical man siya, let's say this is D sub 1. Okay? And what is that L? Ang L natin is the distance from the support to the lowest point. This time, gawin natin yan na L sub 1. Can you follow? Nakukuha niyo, class?
Yes,
Ha?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, na. So, here at the other side, kini ang ating consider na L sub 2 at this is our D sub 2. Okay. Such that ang ating L, yung ating total span is L sub 1 plus L sub 2. Kini man gud na sinasabi natin span, di ba? The distance between supports. So let's say this is your L, ang ating S ay ang ating S sub 1 plus S sub 2. Kini ang ating D sub 1, D sub 2. So in order for you to make it easier to use the formula, kinikuhain nyo na dayon ang value ng M bago nyo i-substitute. No? Bago nyo i-substitute sa equation, get first the value of M. Now then, di ba, na-attach sa equation natin that we have 4m squared. No? 4m squared. Kuhain na daan si value ng 4m squared. So, parang hindi kayo mag-lisod, hinahinay. Let's say na kayo 4m, di ba, na kayo 4m squared. So, kuhain na dayon ang value ni m squared times 4. No? So, to make it easier for you. Okay? So, let us have the problem. So, what else? Dapat ang ating tension, let's say tension sa B, tension sa A. Let's say tension sa A. Take note na ang load natin is W, uniformly distributed load. Along the horizontal. Ana ang inyong load along the horizontal. Diba? So, how are you going to have the problem? Let's say, maghatag tayo ng problem, no? Let's say, okay. Let's say, ani class. Ani siya. Yan. Ano sa problem? This is, B is higher than A. Anak, A. Kanina, ang ating A, ang higher than B. B is higher than A. Let's say this is point B, and let's say this is point C. So, obviously, ang ating lowest point, somewhere here. Di natin alam as a dapit, no? We do not know where it is located. At isa yan sa ating hahanapin. So, let's say this is Bx and this is By. Let's say unknown here, Ay, and let's say we have Ax. Okay. So, another, no? Let's say this is S sub 1, this is S sub 2. Then, hanapin natin class. Let's say distance ani. Obviously, given ang ating total span, kaya ang kasagaran, alam naman natin ang locations sa mga supports natin. So, let's say, ihatag natin na ang ating span is binari. Let's say 200. No? Let's say we have here 200. Kung siya 200, so ano si 200 plus? Ayan, ating span. Let's say this is 200 meters. And let's say ang W natin, let's say natay W along the, say natay diri ay horizontal loads, no? Ating W. Okay. Let's say W is equal to 200 Newton per meter then. Yan. So, Yan lang ang given class. No, given load 200 Newton per meter along the horizontal. Span 200 meters. Unknown. Get the tensions and the length of the cable. Do you understand on the problem, class? Mr. Rico Jose? Mr. Rico Jose? Rico Jose. Are you up there? Mr. Jose Rico? Wala, tingali din si Rico. Iwa man mo tubag. Oh, Rico. Okay, sige class. Anyway, kung wala kayo dyan, baka naandyan lang kayo, pero baka naandyan lang isi cellphone, wala ang tag-iya. Ha? Take note of that. Alkansi kayo. Okay? So, padayon ko ha, class. Any question, by the way? Do you have questions? Baka kasi ako. Sige. Ha? Okay. So, padayon ta. So, let's say, i-unknown natin let's say this is x. So, if this is x, this must be 200 minus x. Ana, no? Marami tayong unknown. We do not know your x, bx, ay, ax, ay. Yan ating mga unknown. S sub 1 and S sub 2. Diba? So, obviously, mas given kini. No? Must be given. Let's say this is 28 meters. Depende kung paano i-state sa problem. And let's say the problem states that the distance elevations from B to A is 20. No? Because A is 8 meters lower. So let's say hanggang dire ay 20. Okay. Gikan dire, no? Gikan dire, hanggang dire ay gawin natin na 20. Hanggang B to the lowest point is 28. Ang A to the lowest point, gawin natin ng 28, 8 meters na. Okay. Okay, so yan ang ating magiging problem, no? The cable, point C is 8 meters below level A. Yan. Diba? 8 meters below level A. So, ibig sabihin, ng A to B, the elevation ay 20. So, how to get the unknowns? Let's say, let us have the unknowns. Let's say, T sub A, T sub B, and length of the cable. Ano siya, no? Length of the cable. Yan ang ating mga unknowns. Okay, class. So, therefore, how are we going to start? No, how are we going to start? Where to start, diba? So, huwag kayong malito, no? Gawin nyo, ibutang si, let's say, knowing na kini mga unknowns, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pwede kayo mag-start sa pagkuha ng equations, di ba? Let's say, summation of moments. Okay, anak tayo, no? Let's say, start with solution. Summation of moment at point. Say, sa time start. Sa gusto mag-start. Let's say, moment at point A is equal to 0. Lagi kayo mag-start sa equations of equilibrium. Moment at point A. So, pag moment at point A, na at tayo ay AY. So, we have here AY. Say, distance ng AY sub A. No. BY pala na. BY. BY times 200. Diba? So, we have BY times 200. Okay? So, BY times 200. Okay. Is it positive or negative? Positive or negative? Precious? Saan yung BY 200? Positive ba or negative ba? Precious, are you up there? Precious. Precious and? Ay, daming wala.
Ma'am.
Huwag kayo, ha?
Negative, ma'am.
Okay, sige. Ang gusto ko lang, makita ko na naandyan kayo. Okay. So, BY times 200. Okay. How about plus? Negative, no? Negative. by times 200. Okay? Plus bx times 20 hanggang b, ano? Hanggang a times 20. Times 20. Okay. Mag-listen pala tayo, class, magdiretso anin because we have W. Diba? We have W. So, ang W natin, okay lang kay ni class if our cable is symmetrical. Makukuha dahil natin ang moment arm. So, ang gawin natin, class, we're going to have summation of moment at point A. Atin munang kuhain sa segment. Mag-start tayo ani sa segment. So, atin lang hindi ko na i-consider mo na class ha. Kasi why? Kasi yung ating W. Ang W, so may ating lever arm ani. So that is why it is so important na alam natin ang tunong natin. Nakita ko na yun. So, ani na, start ko sa segment. Mag-segment tayo. Ana. Kasi, yan. Para ma-include natin si W. So, let's say, diba sabi sa inyo, diri ay 0 ang slope. So, let's say this is H. Then, diri class, na natay diri ay AY. Natay diri ay AX. Okay. And sa distance ani, X, di ba? Ginawa natin siya na X. Let's say, ibutang natin din ay CW, kanang resultant. Di ba? Natay din ay W. So, therefore, we have here WX. This is WX. Now, ating W is 200 Newton per meter. So, kini ay resultant. This is the resultant load sa ating rectangular load. Rectangular ba siya, class? Okay. So, therefore, ang key can be sa point A ay X over 2. Kaya ako napahulong kanina, class, kasi wala tayong lever arm kanina. Ay, X over 2 ka po nga. So, this is point C. Yan. So, karon mag-moment tayo karon dito. Asa ko mag-moment? Sa C ba or sa A ba, class? Sige nga, be. Mark. Asa ko mag-moment, Mark? Sa A or sa C? Wala si Mark? Okay. So therefore, let's say summation of moments sa point A ako magmo-moment, class. Why? Kasi sa A, dalawang unknown. Sa C, isara. So, moment at point A is equal to 0. Yan. So, therefore, diba, we have
the lesser of A and B. So this one. So you have
the ating another class.
this one and this one. Okay. So which
200. Ano? Okay, so we have here, ang sabi ating
and C.
R. Okay, so we have here,
Now
moment at point A is equal to 0 minus, pilay itan din eh, 8, ano?
with this
Minus
with
8.
this formula class. So
H.
with this formula,
Yan na.
so we can now
Diba? Minus 8H. Minus.
in spacing. Okay.
Plus W. What is plus WX? Times X over 2. Diba?
Since ang atuang
Okay.
PU, which is
Napa ba? Wala na.
na.
Is equal to 0. So therefore, we have minus 8H plus 200 over 2 times x squared is equal to 0. So therefore, we can say that we have minus 8h plus 100 x squared is equal to 0. Let's say this is equation 1. Okay? Yan. Nakaka-start na tayo magka-equation class. Padayon na to. Direct class. Sa pikas. Yan. Sa main, let's say we have here point D.
Then,
Naatay diri ay bx, naatay diri ay by.
check balik na din ako.
So, nothing not at the same point C. Let's say this is h also. So, sa distance ani,
Last time, so we have
tayo ay
So that I will put the 400, remember?
200 minus x. Sa distance
And
dire,
that's why H is equal to
dire, sa distance ani,
we have complete cover.
na tayo ay 28, di ba? 28 and can you follow class? Can you follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you. So therefore, using this now segment, kini ay segment AC ni ano? Segment AC. Kana ay segment AC. Let's say, let's proceed to segment CB. Okay, ana, segment CB. Asa tayo mag-moment? Let's get moment at point B kasi duwang unknown. Let's say summation of moment at point B is equal to 0. Yan. So we have 28 H positive. Take note class na tayo din ay W. What is resultant load? That is 200 minus X. Diba? Rectangular load resultant W times 200 minus X. What is the distance? 200 minus X over 2. Over 2. Yan, di ba? So, therefore, we have here 28H minus 200 times 200 minus X times 200 minus X over 2 is equal to 0. Wala naman, di ba? So, therefore, let us simplify this. Din ko dadalhin na. So, we have here 28H minus 200 over 2 is 100 times 200 minus X squared is equal to 0. Let's say this is equation 2. So, sa ating unknown, we do not know the value of AX, AY, BX, BY. And we do not know also the value of okay, class. So, ating tigumin, no? Ang H, let's say, equation 1, from equation 1 class. So, sa ating equation 1, we can say that we have H is equal to, over 8 kasi, ano? We have positive 100 X squared, di ba? Correct ba, class? 100 X squared over 8. Is it correct?
Yes,
No?
ma'am.
And from equation 2, diba, nata equation 2, how about this? Yan, we have H is equal to, over 28 na, no? Over 28. So we have 100 times 200 minus X squared. So, let's take note that we have H equals H. Okay, H equals H. Magdagdag tayo ng page. Okay. So, nano tayo, no? So, if we have H equals H class, di ba? From equations 1 and 2, H equals H. Masosolve class natin ang value ng X. No, masosolve ang value ng x. Or, di ba, we have here.
I mean for A.
So, sa value ng ating x, paano natin masosolve ang value ng ating x? Okay? Diba? Sabay ating h, dire? 100 over 8. So, we have 100 over 8 x squared. 100 over 8 x squared is equal to, meron tayo din 28, 100. Okay. So, na tayo din ay 28, then we have 100, 200 minus x squared. Okay, algebra na po. Algebra na po ta, no? So we have here 100 times 28 x squared is equal to 100 times 8 times 200 minus x squared. So, by solving for the value of x, okay, so we have here 128 x squared. So we have here 100 times 28 x squared. Okay, so gagamitin ninyo ang inyong algebra ha, hindi yung basta-basta na lang kayo magtatak na. Minsan kasi class, ang ubang sa algebra nawawala. So 200 squared, di ba? 200 squared minus 2 times 200 times x plus x squared, di ba? Mao siya. So, anak class, inyong i-extract lang so that you will have the value of x. No? Inuhan lang, kasolve kayo, anak, in order to get for the value of x. Or, ano na lang nyo, h equals h yan. So, here we have here, pwede naman yung to make it simple, pwede nyo x or, taas na yan, no? Or, kayo, yan ha, inyong algebra anak, pwede nyo continue, or, pwede kayong direct. So, we have, ano ba yung 100 over 8? Hindi naman yan, 12.5. We have here, 100 over 8 is 12.5. So we have or 12 or 100 over 8 x squared is equal to ating or idiretso nyo ng simplified sa calculator nyo. Calculator nyo, ano ba yung 100? Ako pa ang nagamit na Okay.
I think
100 divided by 8.
about sa iyo kami mismo mangita mismo mga rooms right now hindi siya pwedeng ma-occupy. It's because
Yeah, 12.5 no. We have 12.5. So 12.5 k x squared is equal to 100 times 8.
in short
Nakinig pala, no? Is equal to 100 over 28. 100
already discussed siguro
divided by 28
next year pahuman naman ang bilang
is equal to 3.57. Is equal to 3.57.
next year
1429. 1429. Yan, 200 minus x squared. Okay? So, di ba, makukuha na natin ng x is equal to the square root of, ano siya? Over 12.5, 3.571, 71429 times 200 minus x squared. Take note also. So, kaya nga, ang importante anak class is you know how to extract or you know how to simplify. So, kung nahirapan kayo, kinala ha, maka-come up kayo. So, kuhaan yun So, matanggal ba si square root kay tungod class? Diba? the square root of this. So therefore, ang mahinabuan na class kung sa algebra pa, square root man eh, if you get square root ani, so makawa na ba ni? Kay factor man eh, so makuha ni. So ang mahinabuan na x is equal to 1.37 times 200 minus x, 200 minus x. Matanggal na bayanin si square root ani, kay tungod sa square ani, and square root ni is 1.37. So therefore, na kayo value ng x. Say ating x is equal to, no? Because, so further ano na no? Further simplification na x is equal to 1.37 times 200 minus 1.37x. So, makakakuha na kayo ng value na x. X is equal to 130.43. 130.43.
Okay, so let us
130.40 nga ba? No? Okay.
now based on combined shear.
So, if x is equal, no.
Di ba sa last
No.
time, tapos sa atuang shear,
No class. 137.2 and this is 69 point.
we have
Kaya ano nga class? Kaya nga. 69 point. Napikas ako nakakuha ng value.
FYT.
Sa value ni class.
69
Ate, I will
67
solve yan.
Over S is equal to
I-assume ninyo na tayo sa class 2. No?
So we have
So we have
as last time
1.37 times 200
198
is equal to 274.
198
274
minus 1,000
divided by 2.37. Divided by 2.37
Actually, palihan na nila ang discussion.
equals
Last time,
no?
yun, ano na siya?
1.37 dalihan. Yan. 1.37. 3 point, 3,
This is mm squared since area
3.571. Na lang. 3.57149 divided by
sa mga portion,
12.5.
we have 4
Equal
portion,
to 0.285. Square root natin.
T over S at this point, minus
Square root.
so we have T over
Point 285 square root. Hindi pala siya 1.307. Kay square root pa man ko.
M squared all over.
Ha? Usually,
So
scientific.
therefore, for combined shear and portion,
Scientific ang aking calculator. Plus.
so hindi na tayo. Combine na tayo for shear and portion. So we have ang 8H.
So, hindi siya ang value dire. Siya, kanya, it's not the value. Plus, mag-solve nga kayo, be. What is 3 point, what is the square root of 3.57429 divided by 12.5? Sige nga, be, class, kaya hindi naman siya 1.37. Malihog. Do you have your calculator? Sige, ganito na lang ha. Try to, kasi ang aking ginagamit din is not a calculator. Simple calculator, walang square root. Ang aking calculator namin. Ay, syempre, class, kayo maganda mag-solve. Diba?
We try to check this one. Diba? So, ito ang
Calculator,
So, depends kung kabuo ka. So, wala siya kabukal eh.
Ayan.
Sa conclusion,
Scientific.
i-analyze isa lang.
Scientific ko na yan
So,
na.
walang we will multiply this.
Scientific calculator.
Okay, kaya ako
Nakapuya na mag-install ako. Di na ako mag-install class na scientific. Kayo na lang ang class ang
pila naman ang
gamit na inyong calculator. Anyway, naman yan sa inyong calcu. Kay calcu naman na, no? So, para din ako mag-install ng scientific. So, basically, ang value ko din ng x is 69.60. Ang makukuha ko din ng class na value ay 69.60 meters. Okay. So therefore, if that is the value for x, so on other side, yung let's say this is sa banang x natin, L sub 1, ano? L sub 1. So therefore, ang ating L sub 2, gawin natin, that is 200 minus x, di ba? Ang ating L sub 2. So ang L sub 2 natin is yung 130 point natin dire. We have 0.40. Kasi yung nasa aking problem solving din hindi kami parehas hindi parehas ng pakapag-set ko class ng variable Kung aking problem din nadiri ang kanyang 200 minus x. At nadiri ang x at nadiri ang kanyang x. Kaya hindi ko maparehas sa aking solution. But basically, the same problem. Kaya yun din. So, yun ha. Can you follow class or do you have question? Dapat ang L sub 1 plus L sub 2 is equal to 200. Okay? Any question, class? Hoy natubag. Hoy natubag, di ba?
all over FYP.
Nagkauna yata kayo. Okay, padayon ko ha. So, we do not know yet the value of the reactions. Let us go now to the values of the components. AX, AY. Diba? We have AX, AY, BX, BY. If we know the value of X, we can have the value of H. Ano? What is H? From any of the two equations, we have 100x squared at another rate. Meron tayong x, h value. Ayan, kini class. Ani class, let's say 100x squared equals 8h. Diba? We have 100.
Sabihin na to, that
H
is
is equal to 100x squared over 8. Na tayo That is from our equation 1. So therefore, makukuha natin si value ng H. Yan. Anong value ng H? Supposedly, dapat meron tayong value ng mga, let's say, 60704. Paras man na class, kahit sa ang pikas, 60704. Kung magkaroon man lang ng ligas sa matter of decimal point or sa mga last digit. Okay. If H is 6704 class, take note, balik tayo sa figure. Di ba kana si H? Kana si H. Kini sa ating AY. Kana sa ating AX. Yan. And we know this already. Ano ang value ni? We have here 69.60. Okay ba na tayo? This is 69.60 meters. Therefore, getting now, naatay diri ay WX. Okay. So therefore, from this segment class, can you follow? Kakasunod ba kayo?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. At least nakapil ko na napakoy kauban. Okay, so let's say class, so summation of moment at point H is equal to 0. Makakaroon tayo ng equation in terms of AX and AY. Let's say summation of moment at point H is equal to 0. Ano class? So we have minus AX. Yan, gumasta sa AX equation. Plus AY, okay? Minus WX. No. Nawala si moment arm. Sorry. Okay. I-ano natin si moment arm. AX. Inside distance ni AX. AX is ilan ni? 8 meters. Ano? Yan. AX. Yan. AX times A. Okay? Plus AY times 69.60. Yan. Minus W is 200. X is 69.60. Moment arm is 69.60 over 2. Is equal to 0. So we have now the equation in terms of AX and AY. Okay. Now, take note class. From this FBD, summation of forces horizontal is equal to 0. Diba? We have, so we have minus AX plus H is equal to 0. Diba? So therefore, we have AX is equal to H. Yan. If AX is equal to H, so therefore, makukuha mo si AY. Makukuha mo si AY kasi alam mo na si AX, which is equal to H. Can you follow, class? Nakakuha kayo?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I hope na nakaka-follow kayo. What else? Nakikita nyo, ani? Let's say here, summation of forces vertical is equal to 0. Sa meron direct. AY minus WX. Yun lang naman, di ba? AY minus WX is equal to 0. So AY is equal to 200 times X. What is X? 69.60. So naana kay AY. Nakuha nyo? So naana kay AY. Naana kay AX. Yan. So similarly, makukuha rin natin si BX and BY. Dito tayo. Diri ay BY. Tari diri ay BX. And naatay diri ay W times 200 minus X. And this is your H. Okay. No, this is point C and this is point B. So therefore here, summation of forces horizontal is equal to 0. So we have minus H, ano siya, plus BX is equal to 0. So BX is equal to H, di ba? Kaya nga kanina, AX is equal to BX. What else? Summation of forces vertical is equal to 0. So we have minus W 200 minus X plus BY is equal to 0. So therefore, BY is equal to, alam natin si W, this is 200. Alam natin 60X, that is 69.6. So therefore, we can get the value of BY. So from these known values, we can have already the value of T sub A and T sub B. Okay, nakapalo kayo, class? Hello,
Yes, ma'am.
class? Okay, let's now go to the length of the cable. Yan. So let's go to the length of the cable. Length of the cable. Okay. What is the length of the cable? The approximate analysis. Let us use the approximate analysis. Kasi it is somewhat checking for the exact analysis. Say formula, S sub 1 is equal to L sub 1 times 1 plus 8 over 3. Okay, kiniha siya M cubed minus 32 over 5. M to the fourth. M to the fourth. Okay? Plus. Kini plus na ni, huwag na ninyo i-consider yan kasi almost negligible ng value, ana. Imagine M to the fourth M cube. Eh, gamay ba kayo ang value ng M?
Now,
So, solve natin si M. Or, kuhain natin si parameters. L sub 1, di ba ang ating L sub 1 is X? Is equal to 69.6. Ana, what is our M? M is equal to D sub 1 over 2 L sub 1. Okay? And what is our D sub 1? D sub 1 is equal to the support to the lowest point, that is A. No, we are having, ini has S sub 1 ay ani. This is our S sub 1. Okay? Over 2 times 69.6. So therefore, not tayo value. No? Not tayo value. Let's say 0.00 or let's say 0.057. Napay katuloy yan. Hindi naman kayo muunong na ana. Okay. Then, so therefore, na tayo M. Inatabay tayo M4 to the left. M cube ano. So, kuhain nyo na daan. Okay? Mag-calculator, careful lang kayo. If you know this value. Substitute dire equation. So therefore, makakakuha na kayo ng S sub 1. Supposedly,
now we have A.
ang ating S sub 1, dapat may value siya na 70.27 meters. Kung sakto ang inyong procedure. How about the exact analysis? Okay, for the exact analysis.
First is 0.42.
Okay, wait lang pa sa meron ba akong sinukaan.
And then the
Process.
that would be initial velocity, and then the A would be for acceleration. So if you don't remember this, we also
Over S.
Ay, excuse me, Simi. Mo, palit ka ng sudan. Sige, papel na lang ko. Okay, class. So, for the exact analysis, sa may formula, S sub 1 is equal to M sub 1 over 8M. Okay? M sub 1 over 8M. L1 over 8M times 4M times the square root of 1 plus 4M. Kini squared ninyo ha, kining ana siya. Yan. Plus LN. So, gamit na gamit yan yung try ko ani. 4M. Plus, kini plus 1 plus 4M. Yan, okay? Close parenthesis. LN. Ano siya? Yan, okay? Yan ang ano ng LN natin na kining terms na nito. Okay? So therefore, kuhain nyo na si M. Ano nga ang value ng ating M? That is B over 2 L sub 1, di ba? B over 2 L sub 1. Then kuhain nyo na si value ng 4M. Okay? Basta kini ang ating M ha, kanang ating N. B1 over 2 L1. Okay? So therefore, kuhain nyo daan si 4M para hindi na kayo maglisod-ana pa kayo magbubutang ng 4M. So therefore, ang ating magiging equation is L1 is 69. Actually, this is 67 times 8 times 0.057, ano? 0.057. Actually, may 4 yan eh. May 4 ani. Okay. So, times, yan, 4. Kung na kay value ani, yun na lang ibubutang mo ana, no? So, hindi squared. And so forth, makukuha yung value ana is also exact halos ay 70.27 plus. So, hindi kayo sila na yun. Okay. And so, if you want to get the value for the side namin, hindi na may consider natin na d sub 2, ano ang ating d sub 2? This is s sub 2. This is 200 minus x. Kailang ating x, L sub 2. No, kanang inyong magiging L sub 2. So, from here, makakakuha kayo ng value ng s sub 2 is equal to kaya nang bahala, ano? Mga 134.77. Ano nyo makukuha ang value na S sub 2. So, ang total length of the cable is S is equal to S sub 1 plus S sub 2. Okay? Is it clear? Class? Class, is it clear? Clear ba? Clear ba, class? Tubag, class. Tubag lang.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, salamat. Okay, so for the third case, it is along its length, no? Imagine, no? May third case pa tayo. Is the problem is along its length, no? On case 3. On case 3 along its length. So, it's quite, ito ang tinatawag na catenary. Ano siya, class? So, kini ang inyong load. Ano si load? Okay? So, this will be your W. So, therefore, ang tension natin, let's say, these are the supports natin. The same, kanang ating tension. Let's say this is point B, this is point B. And let's say this is tension A, if this is point A. Similarly, natin tayo dito ay components, di ba? So, definitely class, na tayo dito ay another parameter such that from the lowest point C, na tayo distance ani na small letter C, kini from here, lutob dire to this point, ani class, to this point, ha? This distance, na tayo ay y sub 2. Gikan dire, hanggang dire ha, na tayo ay y sub 1. And this is C, okay? Let's say this is S sub 1, this is S sub 2, let's say this is X sub 1, and let's say this is X sub 2. So, ating span is X1 plus X2. Pwedeng L1, L2. Nasa inyo. As long as you understand the parameters. Okay. This is our W along its length. Kasagaran ay yung weight ng cable. Consider ano. And take note, class, that we have the value of T sub 1. What is T sub 1 now? Ang T sub 1 natin, ganito. T sub 1 is equal to W times Y sub 2. Yun ang ating T sub A. Let's say T sub A. T sub A, so Y sub 1. Ang T sub B natin is W Y sub 2. Ano ang ating Y? And what is the value of your y? To get your y, let's say y sub 1 squared. Mayroon tayong formula, which is s sub 1 squared plus c squared. Kana ang c class, kana ang c na ni. And how to get, okay, similarly sa PCAS, y sub 2 squared is equal to s sub 2 squared plus c squared. Yan ang tinatawag class na catenary equation, no? Catenary. equation. Ano siya?
Now,
And so, how about the value of x sub 1? X sub 1 is equal to CLN yan, times y sub 1 plus y sub 2 over C. Yan, class. So therefore, similarly, ang ating x sub 2 is also CLN times we have S, oh no, this is not y sub 1. This is S, sorry class, no? This is S sub 1 plus y sub 1. Kaya ha? Set na tayo. This is S sub 1 plus y sub 1 over C. Dire, we have S sub 2 plus y sub 2 over C times ln. No, ln function, not times ln. ln function times C. Okay, kanan C na yan. So, you should know how to manipulate the equation. What is also the value of L? L is x sub 1 plus x sub 2 and S is S sub 1 plus S sub 2. Okay, class? So what you're going to do in using this is try to find the parameters that will be involved in the problem. Okay? So because there are times that naalago na yung answer. I think I give you an example of that. Let's say example could be, ani. Oh, yan. Pala pag given pala na sa aking class. No problem. Nihatag ko naman pala sa inyo. Yan. I have given here an example. So, sundan nyo na lang sa example, ha? A uniform cable, 6 meters long, weighing 16 Newton per linear meter is suspended at points on the same level. Maganda ni kay same level siya, okay? If the maximum tension in cable is 800, ibig sabihin, given na ang maximum tension sa cable, 800, determine the equation of the curve. So, equation of the curve ang hinihingi niya in which the cable hangs. The tension at lowest point and horizontal distance between the supports. So, yung tension, lowest point, and horizontal distances. Okay, lowest point, yung ating value y1, y2. So, kini ang this is the solution class. Okay? So, just write the, kini ang sinasabi niya ng equation. Okay. So, just follow this example so that we can go to the arches. So, kasagaran class ang arches ay 3 hinge arc. May support tayo diri na hinge, may support tayo diri hinge, na i-connection diri. Sabihin, sa connection na ni, di pwede tayo mag-free body diagram. Again, ang malahi lang dire, kini ay compression. Maana siya. No? This is compression. Compression ni. So, natay dire ay, ano siya, di ba? Ano siya. Okay, so natay dire ay free body diagram, natay internal forces. Pwede natin siyang free body diagram. I-segment natin so that we can analyze the analysis. So, I think there is also a given example here and try to follow these examples. Okay? So, for your plate number 6, I give you only 5 problems to be solved. Na tayo arc, na tayo cables, and if you want to explore more problems, go back to your mechanics because I know, class, that this topic is already in your mechanics. Okay? So, I think that's all for today. We can now stop and we can eat now our breakfast. Pwede na rin snacks, pwede na rin patunog na sa lunch. So, is there any question, class? No question? Is there a question? No question? Sige. So, again, kung no question, will you please open again your cameras for further documentation. Class, will you please open your cameras again? Thank you for those who cooperate. Anyway, ang nakaka-capture ko lang naman ay ang nag-o-open ng camera. Yung wala nag-o-open ng camera, sila nakaka-capture. Sorry, class.
So, pila naman
Kaya nga lagi ako nagsasabi, please open your camera. Okay?
so far, 2.87. Say, tulo ka buo ka 5. Yang atong stirrups, kailangan ito ng stirrups na gamiton, ang pinakagamay.
Okay, so this time class, if you have no more question, so I could say that that's all for today for our last meeting. For the midterm, next meeting will be the midterm na, and this will be included in your midterm. So, kasama siya sa midterm. Okay? So, thank you very much class for your participation and for joining this team-meet. I hope that everybody will do it in the midterm. So, is that okay, class? Anybody who want to lead the closing prayer? Okay. In the name of Father, of the Son, of the Holy Spirit, amen. Praise be the Lord Jesus Christ, now and forever, amen. In the name of Father, of the Son, of the Holy Spirit, amen. Thank you, class, and God bless.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
I will just attach the attendance sa inyong GC.